Okay, I've got to share something. All this stuff going on about the governmental shutdown. I know I did a little video earlier, and first of all, let me just say, I'm not going to get caught up in the, a play-by-play thing of governmental stuff that's going on. There's enough people out there doing that. Hey, Jeanette, and or Janet. And anyhow, I'm not one of those people, so I don't want to be, you go and get your daily horoscope. In this sense, you get your prophetic scope, your daily one. So I'm not negating all of that, it's good stuff or whatever, but it kind of conveys a level of immaturity going on. But I had to weigh on this since I'm flying out of the country and probably in the wake of all of this stuff that's happening right now in the nation. But I wanted to emphasize, I feel like I'm laying, before I fly off, I am laying a prophetic egg and believing it will hatch new life. Okay, anyhow. Yeah, this whole shutdown thing is an illusion. And I know there's a lot of drama behind it. And I realize, there's, if they shut down for, day or two, whatever it was, it's still not it's not realistic. It's like seriously, like the nation's going to shut down. I know people are like, well, there's some people, they keep doing work. We're going to be out of work. And so I'm not trying to minimize those that might experience something on that level. But it is an illusion, and it is an attempt. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because how many times in your life have you been facing circumstances where it is conveying to you or trying to make you feel like the enemy is shutting you down? So, yeah, again, it can be finances, it can be health, it can be relationships, things in business, ministry, just the whole gamut, the whole scope of everything, where you come to moments in life like, oh my gosh, I'm being shut down, I'm being whatever. And I think you just got to be careful. We have to be careful not to give in to that deception. One, the enemy doesn't have the power to shut you down. And I think that is a resolve that we have to enter into. Granted, there might be some things that we could do better in the sense of planning and business and whatever it is that's going on, and having a desire to manage things in the way that we know that we're supposed to, so forth and so on. But those are all resolved. Those all have solutions to them. But my point is that the enemy does not have the authority to shut you down, only if you play into it. So here we are, even as a nation right now, and all of this stuff is going on. And I just feel like I want to encourage you not to give in to the shutdown illusion. And there's a lot of people trying to use this to create pressure on Trump to make him, boxy man or whatever. I mean, even his own kind, right? But putting all that aside, God didn't, it reminds me of the wilderness, right? Where, Moses like, look, you can't kill these people off. They'll say you brought them this far, for them to die. And that's not the case. And my point is there's already a negotiation for this in the spirit in advance. So let me just boldly say this, that before even this moment came, there was already a motion in the courts of glory, in the courts of heaven, to divinely intervene in this situation. This isn't catching God by surprise. It might catch some people by surprise, but it's not catching God by surprise. And it shouldn't catch those who are prophetic seers by surprise. So therefore, there is a pre-intervention that is already in motion to intervene in this situation. And I just want to declare that over you as well, is that there's already something in motion to intervene, to save you from a shutdown, so to speak, concerning whatever it is that you're facing in this life. Because you understand how the atmospheres work. When people are postured like, oh, the government's shutting down, well, it literally casts an umbrella or a shadow over the nation, and people feel like they're being shut down. right? So the key is not to give in to the illusion of a shutdown. And therefore rising above it, bringing it underneath your feet, exercising the authority that you have in the Spirit. In the meantime, we intervene on behalf of our nation, behalf on our president and all of those involved, and believing and declaring that the government, the kingdom of God is continually rising. And again, we didn't come this far to go backwards. And that's the illusion, like, oh no, here we go, it's going to be whatever. It's an illusion to create a scenario or to create a scene that makes it seem like, oh no, we're losing ground, we're going to go backwards, the economy is going to collapse. This reminds me of the Y2K, remember 2000 turning, and all of this rhetoric that was going about, all this stuff saying that it was going to, the computers were going to stop and so forth. And I remember that time very intensely, and I was it just drove me crazy, because I thought, this isn't an illusion. I'm seriously going to write a book on illusions, but this is an illusion. And so what I did was I bought a ticket and was in the air in a plane when the midnight hour was turning to the year 2000. Just in defiance, I flew to California, just in defiance of what was going on. And there wasn't even a glitch. And can I be bold enough to say that right now, what looks that was huge, right? All the media, all the stuff, everybody bringing in all the supports, oh, this can happen, and blah, 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 as if it were not calculated in advance by the Spirit in the kingdom of God. My point is, that's not even remotely coming close to this moment. So, so I'm believing in the negotiation in the kingdom right now, in the Spirit, and things are shifting. So I want to encourage you, and I want to come against that sense, that feeling. See, again, the reason I just took my time, I'm at Costco getting ready to gas up. The reason I took my time to do this is because I know what these things can do in the atmosphere. And if you are not aware of that, all of a sudden you'll feel like that you're losing this. This is closing. This is shutting down. All of these emotional things that are designed to create havoc on people's minds and hearts. So don't give into it. It's a lie. And believe me, we're going to fly through this. And I reminded you, and I mean, remind you again, get the words out of my mouth, that when all these things arise and people come against a current government that is really designed and ordered by God for this time and season, the harder they come against it, then the stronger it gets, right? That's how it works in the kingdom of God. That when you stand fast, when you hold your ground, having done all, just stand in faith, believing and trusting, there is a fortification that rises up on the inside of us. So we right now, you as a people in God, in the Spirit, that we just stand and go, sorry, we're not giving in to this. We're not giving in to this. Actually, we're going to shift the atmosphere from a shutdown to new beginnings. Oh, I love that. From a shutdown to new beginnings. And meaning that is an everyday occurrence. We're just beginning again and again and again. Anyhow, so exercise your authority in the Spirit by not giving in to the deception, giving in to the lies, but standing fast in the reality that we are in a new day, in a new season, where there is a level of increase that is going to cover this earth in ways that we had never dreamed before. And it's not just some shell of a pretense of increase. It has roots to it. It's gone deep because people have been living deep in the Spirit and been praying. There's enough people praying in this nation and other nations of the world to literally cause a terraform of the earth in the way that we have never seen. And that's where we're going. We're going to an upgrade, not a downgrade. So just rebuke that spirit of downgrade. Rebuke that whole lie, that illusion, because I am declaring to you that you are in the midst of an upgrade in your life, and things are increasingly bringing you into sync, into an alignment with the area of reality of the kingdom of God that God has placed within your heart. So anyhow, I just want to take that moment to do that. Yeah, you are amazing. No shutdown, but upgrade. What's the opposite of shutdown? Anyhow, maybe you can think of some words that would be counteract that. All right, love you guys. See ya. Bye.